Oh, hi. I didn't see you come in. This is Game Crashers. That's crap. Let's do it one more time. Oh, hi! This is GameCrashers.net. I'm your host, Rob James, here with my good friend and co-host, Dave Boris. Don't touch me. I don't pay you to touch me.
Are you excited for the show?
I am so far.
What you got here today?
Well, there's been a lot that we've been seeing so far. We've gone to we were at the Nintendo press conference
just this morning,
and last night I was at the Sony press conference. What do you think of that new console controller? I don't know what
I'm going to need to get my hands on that. Well, here's the thing. It's the same problem that we had with the 3DS. There needs to be titles for it. And we saw a lot of interesting things, but it's all either sequels or ports of other things that we've already seen before. I want to see the unique titles that they had constantly talking about in the video during the presentation.
I think we just got invaded by a nasty case of the Joels on a stick. What else is there? There's a whole bunch of other stuff. We're going to be in the West Hall here for most of the day, checking out all the stuff on this side of the booth. So it's going to be mostly Sony, Nintendo, Bethesda. Who else is over on this side of the booth? This side of E3. Capcom is over here. And hopefully we'll get to see the NGP, now newly redubbed the Vita Chamber. The PS Vita Chamber. Vita. Living La Vida Loca?
Like the cheese.
Like
Velveeta.
Oh, God. Well, you heard it here first, folks. We don't know why they called it that. Yeah, cool. But yeah, plenty of stuff to see. The show floor is about to open in exactly 15 minutes, so we're going to get done talking here and get inside and start having some fun. I'm Rob James.
Come on with. I'm Dave Borisoro.
And this is GameCrashers.net. Let's go. What is up, Game Crashers fans? Rob James here at the West Hall. E3 2011 is on, and we got Street Fighter versus Tekken going on in the background. We've got PlayStation and Nintendo here, Sony Online Entertainment, Capcom booth. It's very similarly laid out to the way everything was laid out last year, but man, there are just games, and more games on every single corner of this West Hall. We're only seeing one of the halls today. We got West Hall today and South Hall tomorrow, but let's head this way and see what we got here in West Hall. Hey, what's up, everybody? Rob James here from GameCrashers.net at the Nintendo booth, here to check out the newly christened, formerly Nintendo Cafe WiiU. They're also showing, once again, Zelda Skyward Sword. There's the new Kid Icarus games. There's the 3DS games. Nintendo is pulling out all the stops with their back catalog, their new games, their third-party titles, which they're making a big push on this year because third-party has kind of been a thing that's been lacking for them. We're going to head into the Nintendo booth and see all the crazy things. Raccoon City is going nuts over here. I don't know if you can hear all the bullets flying and everything, but Umbrella is none too happy right now, and they're taking it out on the entire city of Raccoon City. I'm Rob James. Keep it here for GameCrashers.net and E3 2011. See you in a bit. we're not actually recording right now. I'm actually going and getting lunch. What's up, everybody? We're here outside of the PlayStation booth. As you can see, I got a ton of Move stations behind me. Sony's still pushing the Move very big here at the show this year, but they've got a lot of stuff on the other side of this glass wall that you can't even see from here. They've got Starhawk, they've got Resistance 3, they've got a whole bunch of other games. They've got a new Pixeljunk shooter game. They've got Machinarium on some of the screens over there. They've got, I saw Deus Ex Human Revolution over there, which looks great. They had Dark Souls, the spiritual successor to Demon Souls, running on a couple of screens back there. And of course, they still have that gigantic screen up there that's running all the trailers for all the games that are coming out right now. But still, Move, definitely a force to be reckoned with here at the Sony booth. We're going to go in here and go play all of those games now so that we can tell you all about it on our show, on our podcast, and on our live show later in the week after everything is done here on the show floor. So stick around with GameCrashers.net because the good stuff is right in there, right in here, and right on your screen. Furries flipping. Can't make this stuff up. I know what you're thinking, but no, this is not the Aggro Crag. Oh no, this is the Bethesda booth here in the West Hall of E3 2011. And guys, this is what happens when you mess with a guy with a dune buggy and a shotgun. You end up hanging off a cliff. Didn't your parents ever teach you anything? This is Rage, Bethesda's new game that we got to play on the PC. Sorry, we got to play it on the 360 and the PS3. And we tried it out today, and we were able to do some interviews with the guys in there. The game is looking solid. Yeah!
I'm on board.
It's going to come out for PC, PS3, and 360 hopefully later this year. We also got to see Prey 2, an open world alien noir game. Crazy kind of stuff going on in there. Very different from the first game. In fact, so different, we're kind of confused as to why it's called Prey anyway. But that being said, the game looks awesome. Not playable, just a playthrough, but we did see gameplay and it's looking primo. And then on top of that, on Thursday, we're going to be seeing Skyrim back in here, exhibition for that game. Again, not playable, but can't wait to see that. Bethesda is bringing it to E3 here in the West Hall, and Game Crash is going to be covering every second of it. So stay tuned. E3 2011 here on GameCrashers.net. Rob James. I'm going to go play some more games. Come with us.
And it is the end of day one, Tuesday's E3, and I mean, what can I say? We saw a lot of interesting things. We saw that the Vita came out.
There's still plenty of more E3. I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's more.
It's just only day one, dude.
Day one. I mean, we basically covered what we could of the West Hall solely.
Exactly, which is behind us.
Mainly is Nintendo, Sony. We got to UTV Ignition.
Got the UTV Ignition to see El Shaddai.
Now we weren't
Ascension of the Metatron.
We weren't able to get our hands on the Vita. I was able to get my hands on the WiiU controller, so I can talk about that later on.
Yes, because there's a controller.
Yeah, it's literally I only got my hands on the controller.
Is it a controller or a console?
It's the controller is a controller. But
so
the
controller
console
not,
is a console.
So the console is not the controller, but the controller is part of a console.
Correct.
I'm still confused.
That's okay.
Okay.
Do you find
good.
that happens often?
Only when I'm dealing with Nintendo.
I feel like what we saw today, the great stuff was amazing, and then everything else was just kind of okay.
I feel
like that it either blew me away or totally sucked.
You know, the booths are not that different from previous years. The games in the PlayStation booth, well, actually, it's funny. There's Uncharted 3, and previously been an Uncharted 2.
But anyway, that stuff like looks really great. Resistance 3 looks really great.
Resistance 3 looks great. I didn't play it today, but I played it last night at the Sony press conference, and I'm liking it a lot. Twisted Metal was getting a big area of the PlayStation booth, which is nice because it was on one of the walls last year, and I definitely want to get another shot playing it. I
got to play it last year, and it's like, you know what? If I don't get to play it this year, that's fine. I'm still going to pick up my copy. And you should too.
Yes, and El Shaddai is great. Definitely try the demo because the demo is out today, and check out our interview on the site because we will have an interview with Shane Bettenhausen. From UTV. Great interview that you have to check out. I also tried out Deus Ex, and my thing about that game is you cannot get a feel for that game in 15 minutes.
That's why I didn't play it, because
there's
no way to sense that game in a convention setting.
You can't do that with Dark Souls either, but definitely it makes me want to go and play Demon Souls, which has been something that I've been fearing, dreading. Help me. I'm scared.
What do you say we get to that, huh? Tomorrow we're going to have another day, action-packed, filled with a whole lot of adventure, danger, romance, hopefully not. But it'll be fun. Until then.
And in the meantime, we're going to go kill some brain cells over at the Bethesda party, which will have a show recorded from there with the guys from psnation.org.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah!
I'm on board.
So that should be interesting. Be sure to check that out on the site. And now we're going to get Torgo timed. My God.
Is that Joel on a stick? Where can I buy one?
We'll see you later. Keep it right here at GameCrashers.net.